Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here with a video for Hero Arts. Today I'm sharing 2 different ways to use the new two-tone metallic sprays to create a shimmery bright card. So let's get started. The new two-tone sprays from Hero Arts combine a rich pigment with a sparkly metallic to create a truly unique combo. The bottle comes with just the powder and you add water to activate the powders. You can add more or less water to your bottle for a more or less concentrated color. I used temporary tape to adhere the Ornate Flourish stencil to a piece of passion flower cardstock. I'm using a scrap of leftover cardstock from my stash, but I like using slightly larger panels for stenciling because it gives me a place to hold the cardstock without worry of smearing the ink or sprays. Then I place the cardstock in my splatter box and spritz it a few times with the Royal Purple and Gold and Fuchsia and Gold two-tone metallic sprays. I shake them really well to make sure the metallic is mixed in before spraying. Once I finish spraying, I place a paper towel over the stencil to blot off any excess ink. I want a soft finish on the stencil design, but I don't want a lot of ink smearing under the stencil. I pull the cardstock out of my box and then blot it one more time. I opt for less coverage on the stencil so that I can see more of the spray pattern and it isn't fully covered. Then I remove the temporary tape and peel off the stencil. The sprays are easy to clean off the stencil with some water or a baby wipe. The spray dries very quickly, and I use my heat gun to just finish drying any wet spots. It's hard to see on camera, but the gold sparkle is really pretty mixed in with the pink and purple. Next, I stamp the large bouquet from the Sweetest onto a piece of vellum with embossing and watermark ink and heat emboss it with brass embossing powder. I have a piece of white cardstock under the vellum to help give it a little support and make sure none of the leftover ink on my MISTI transfers to the back of the vellum. I sprinkle on the embossing powder and then tap off the excess. I find the brass color matches the metallic in the spray really nicely. Once I finish heat embossing, I die cut the bouquet with the coordinating dies. I also die cut a piece of white cardstock using the same bouquet outline die, but without any stamping. I trim down my stenciled panel to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and adhere it to a top folding white card base. Then I place the white die cut back in my splatter box and spray it with the same two-tone sprays. This time I spray until I have full coverage over all the cardstock. It still dries pretty fast, but I use my heat gun to dry any remaining wet spots. I'm going to layer this colorful die cut behind the vellum for a little extra pop of color. For my sentiment, I die cut the thanks from the Happy Thanks Stampin' Cut XL several times using the leftover pieces of passion flower cardstock and once from the copper glitter cardstock from the glitter paper fall pack. I use liquid precision glue to adhere them together to create a thick chipboard-like sentiment. Since the bouquet die cuts have a little curve to them, I want to make sure my sentiment is nice and sturdy to help hold them in place. I adhere the colorful die cut to the stenciled panel with HG adhesive. Then I line up my vellum piece on top and arrange the sentiment where I want it. I add liquid glue to the back of the sentiment and then press it over the vellum to adhere it. Then I remove the vellum sentiment and turn it over. Now I can see where I can safely add adhesive to the vellum where it will be hidden behind the sentiment. I also add a few drops of glue behind some of the embossed lines. Then I adhere the vellum over the colorful bouquet die cut at a slight offset so that the color peeks through. And that's it! You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below or over on the Hero Arts blog. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the Hero Arts channel for lots of crafty inspiration. Until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!